Hi guys, Joe here. Welcome to This Week in Joe's Basement. Well, This Week in Joe's Basement, I'm going to follow up on last week's shocking announcement that the end is near for this series, This Week in Joe's Basement, on Chicago Access every Monday night at 10 o'clock. We're going on to bigger and better things, actually, to live shows, as we call them. I'm going to need a better name, because what I really mean by that are these sort of big multimedia exhibitions of big screen projected video and live music and audience interaction, which is probably not like anything you've ever seen before. Sort of a new thing for the creators of the show, who are always in search of novelty. So our last show is actually going to be airing on the 28th of June, and so I wanted to go out in style to reward those of you who've actually managed to bear with us for anywhere up to and including, I suppose, 4 years. I don't know if anybody's actually been with us since the very beginning. So last time I was on the air, I summarized the first 50 episodes of This Week in Joe's Basement, which took the better part of a half hour, and did the thing we've done several times before. We put phone numbers on the screen of 2 untraceable payphones here in Hyde Park, gave you guys the opportunity to call us and give us your input. In this case, on something very specific, which are which 8 episodes should we run before blinking out of existence? Give you guys a chance to vote on what you'd like to see, what you haven't seen of our stuff maybe from the early years, or what are your favorite episodes that are worth another look, or maybe just to get a decent VHS copy. Anyway, so I'm going to bring you the results of that voting, tell you what our future plans are for this series, and then get on with it. So, all right. Well, this voting was, I tabulated the results of the votes that I got by phone. These were all private conversations. You're not going to see any video of them. And the sample isn't large enough to be that statistically meaningful, but here it is. But I managed to dredge out of it a general pattern, and then just, well, I did what I'm going to do anyway. I mean, what are you guys going to do? Stop watching? Well, all right. What am I going to do? Get canceled? Right? So here's the schedule for the remaining episodes of This Week in Joe's Basement. The first one we're going to start our series with, I guess we'll call this Joe's Basement Raw, I think is the appropriate title for this last series of 8 episodes. They're going to run with a new episode every single week instead of the bi-weekly pattern that we've generally gone with over the years. So that'll be exciting. You can tune in every week and see something different. And the emphasis is definitely on old Joe's Basement because, well, you guys have seen new Joe's Basement, so why not? So the first one on May 3rd, Monday, May 3rd, will be Episode 1, Structural Cinema. This was the very first episode of This Week in Joe's Basement. I explained it to you last week. This is where it all started, although you won't really understand why if you see it. It's Monday, May 3rd. May 10th is I'm going to do sort of an agglomerate episode of Old Joe's Basement, Old Bad Joe's Basement in particular. We got several votes for some of our, well, sloppier episodes, particularly episode number 4 in the series, which I said to anybody who's watching last week, please, please, please don't vote for it. And of course, some people are just attracted to this sort of thing. That one got like one of the most votes of any episode, so, but I can't stand to show the whole thing because it really is pretty bad. And so I'm going to do, instead I'm just going to devote a week to bad Old Joe's Basement and sort of make some sort of, I'll figure something out. All right, Monday, May 17th, episode 6, Alone in a Dark Room, a classic from the old series, quite cerebral. My friend John Kohler's mother had just died, actually, so we decided to do an episode about death from an atheist perspective. And being Joe's Basement, it actually has lots of weird stuff, and if I hadn't told you that it was about death, you probably would never have guessed. Monday, May 24th, episode 11, A Tribute to Cigarettes. Another classic, I think. A gem with a few rough edges, featuring Genghis the Cigarette Man. And a tribute to cigarettes until he became too stoned to continue, so midway through we switched to some other topics. Monday, May 31st. Should stop saying Monday, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Episode 12, Feet. This is probably by far the biggest vote getter. This is Michelle Hoyer and her life story. Michelle has appeared on This Week in Joe's Basement in various guises. Actually, only one guise herself, really. But at various points, she's appeared on camera. Most of you who have been watching for a while are familiar with her. This was her debut in This Week in Joe's Basement. She told us her life story, her evolution from a streetwise British punk into a sedate Hyde Park housewife, and with numerous distractions and other Joe's Basement things thrown in for good measure. This one will probably also include some excerpts from episode 8, stories about policemen, the one which got some votes but not enough to be included in its entirety. June 7th, episode 20. This was, what's this one called? The Will of the People. This is the introduction of the Butt Creature. It's a call-in show. So this is when we got a call-in request which led us to create the Butt Creature. Or perhaps I should say introduce the Butt Creature. I don't know who could take credit for that, really. Somebody asked to see Paul's butt. And the rest was history. This has many other amusing little bits in it, and including my visit with this woman named Mandra. That was June 7th. June 14th, Moon Blob. Definitely a classic episode. Features the Moon Blob song in several incarnations and some pretty unforgettable monologues, all of which, shockingly enough, are true. It's this one really defies description, but it's a legitimately popular one. Actually won some sort of an award from the Women in Cable prize. Don't ask. Anyway, June 21st, episode 26, The American Dream, our exploration of suburban mall teams, the flip side of some of our study of inner city people and inner city youth. This is, Joe's Basement crew went out to a couple of suburban malls to find out why mall kids hang out there, and their thought processes or lack thereof are quite something to see. And, well, that's the last of our retrospective series, and then for our final episode on June 28th, will be episode number 60. I guess this one counts number 59. And it will be the last episode of This Week in Joe's Basement, and it will be a surprise. That's all I have to say about that. So, anyway, for those of you looking to keep up with contemporary Joe's Basement, for whatever reason, what we're working towards is this big, beautiful presentation at the University of Chicago Documentary Film Society, whose poster I have upside down. Joe's Basement Returns. We had one Joe's Basement presentation at that venue back in February at the University of Chicago Doc Film Society, Ide Noyes Hall, 1212 East 59th Street, blah, 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 blah. That's taking place on Wednesday, June 2nd at 8 p.m. You'll be hearing more about that as the date draws near, but you might want to write that down. And you might want to come down and see us because, you know, you're not going to get it for free anymore. Okay, I had a piece of viewer mail, actually, which I've been sitting on. Somebody from Lincoln Park with a few thoughts to share on an episode we aired at this point a little while ago. This person writes, Dear Joe, I live with a twisted troll whose hobby is stalking people who drink Fresca. Tonight we watched your episode about the rain goddess, and the troll man, although not knowing if the chick with great hoots drank Fresca, he was hopeful, raised the following question. How'd they get her back into her place and into the closet? All right, what this cryptic rambling refers to is episode number 49 of This Week in Joe's Basement, entitled The Whole Story, in which we got the points of view of two male members of my crew and one female that they got into some altercation with at a local Hyde Park bar. Trouble ensued, and I got the people back like at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to actually talk about it. All of them were quite wasted when they were talking on camera, and it's a very interesting exercise. Not the sort of thing you can really plan. In fact, we only did that one because these guys ruined my shoot, so they had to pay. Anyway, so we had this attractive young woman back sitting in a closet at 4 o'clock in the morning, and this viewer is wondering how we got her back there, and of course, that is a trade secret. My only fear is that he'll figure out and try it. This guy's afraid that his roommate, I guess, is going to try to lure young women back into closets to be filmed. Why some maniac would want to do that, I don't know. Please keep this in mind before you air such a powerful piece of journalism again in the future. P.S. Only you can prevent forest sawyers. Ugh. Yours almost truly lethargic in Lincoln Park. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? Oh, well, I still have the rest of this episode. So, no other real business. Don't forget to see Paul and Oliver play music Tuesdays at the Torchlight Cafe. Oh, fuck, what's the address of the Torchlight? Well, I probably figured it out in editing, and hopefully it's on the screen. They play, so it's one night after Joe's Basement, very appropriate. Paul and Oliver are my boys. They're two members of the Joe's Basement Band, which does not yet have a name, which has appeared on this show a couple times before and appears live. as a dynamic contribution to our multimedia exhibitions, and these guys are also great at this bar. And one of my viewers who called up, most of the people who call, we know them by name now. I can't remember who it was, asked me if I would be there, and the answer is yes, you know, if I'm not working that night. So, anyway, for the remainder of this episode, I'd like to oblige another request that came through but didn't boil down well to a single episode, which were requests to see the mole. So, well, the mole has appeared from time to time in This Week in Joe's Basement, this little character created by Paul Pomerleau, standing on his head, later by turning the camera upside down, close-up of his chin with paper eyes stuck on his beard, and speaking in a high, squeaky voice. So we have, I'm going to, I call the rest of this episode, I guess, The Mole and Other Gross Outs. Various kind of gross and bizarre things we've done, mostly to get a rise out of people, or to get some sort of response from you viewers out there. And so I just kind of threw that together to, I don't know, I felt it was necessary. I felt it was needed to round out this retrospective as we close out This Week in Joe's Basement. Stay tuned. I'll be with you in various brief interruptions from time to time as we bring you the classic episodes. What did I call them? Raw. Joe's Basement Raw. Anyway, stay tuned. See you next week. Bye. Why did I say bye? It's not over yet. Well, anyway.
Anyway, we're going to go over to Joe now. He's going to eat some dog food.
Good evening and welcome to This Week in Joe's Basement. Hello, I'm Joe, and this is my basement. And, well, would you zoom in on this, please? So, this week in Joe's Basement, we're going to respond to viewer mail. Yes, we actually got some viewer mail, and Joe has a promise that he made in episode 13, and he's going to keep it right now. Oh, my God. Take a look at this. Oh, my God. Okay, so, you see, I was so desperate in episode 13 for some viewer mail that I promised to eat dog food if I got some. Ugh. Now, like, I love kind of unspecified. That's how much I should eat. But, I mean, I definitely want to be manly about it. So, anyway, what we're going to do this week is respond to our viewer mail that we've gotten so far. So, okay. So, first off, as I think Michelle responded, we got this letter from this guy, Alex, whose name we won't show on TV.
Hi, everybody! Hi! Oh, I'm so excited. It's so good to be here in Joe's basement. It's very good. You see, we moles are very often, rarely. We moles are very rarely asked our opinions about anything, really. Because we burrow under the ground, which is sort of taboo, sort of a job you have, and we eat worms, which is sort of disgusting to some people, I suppose. You know, they're really okay. They're not bad, really. I mean, it's better than eating dog food. Much better. Where was I? I mean, at least we don't eat ants. You know, like sort of a spiny anteater.
Speaking Joe's basement, Dan speaking, you're on the air.
Well, I just wanted to know if the mole has a girlfriend.
Not at present, no, I don't think so.
Do you know what type that he's looking for?
So we'll take a few
I don't know, what type are you?
So nobody has tried to...
Well, I've got red hair.
Sounds like a start.
Yeah, it's a start.
Would you like to talk to him?
Yeah.
He is here. Hold on a moment. I'll put him on.
Yo, Mole, there's somebody here who wants to know if you have a girlfriend. She has red hair.
No, I don't have a girlfriend. Do now. What's your name? Red hair. Oh, I like hair. Oh, red hair. I like red hair. Yeah. So, she said that she liked hairy men. Well, I'm not really all that hairy. But I do have this wonderful beard right somewhere here. Right here. Right here, see, this wonderful beard. Now, lots of people think that we moles, we don't have nice hair. I think we got coarse, tough hair, you know, like an anteater or something. Or, you know, one of those disgusting little mollusk-like animals that, you know, mammal like rodents, you know, those things. Anyway, no, we have nice hair. Very nice. Where was I? Oh, yeah, so we're gonna go out on a date. Oh, isn't that cute? We're gonna go to El Lugar's. It's this Mexican restaurant in Hyde Park. It's a nice restaurant. And they serve moles. No prejudice there. Nice guys. Anyway, so we're gonna go to that Mexican restaurant and we're gonna sit down and it's gonna be nice because they have this wonderful flounder and mole sauce that's just scrum-delicious. It's wonderful. You should try. Mole. Nah, it's mole. I'm sure it's mole. It couldn't be mole. That would be disgusting. Who'd eat a mole? They eat worms. It's gross. Anyway, so we're going to go to this restaurant and we're going to have a nice time. Yeah, we'll have wine. I'll get a loose, you know. Look. And then we're going to go back to her place. And we're going to have some fun. Maybe if I can get her to drink enough. A little French. Whoa. My favorite. She says that her red hair is natural. That it's not like preference by L'Oreal. Ooh. I'm gonna find out.
First of all, I'd like to ask you guys to hold this large wrench here and see how you like it. It's kind of cold there.
It's heavy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Would you take it home with you?
Would I take it home with me?
Yeah.
No.
No? You wouldn't?
No.
All right. How about you? You want to check it out?
Sure. Hold my CD. That's pretty cold.
Yeah? How do you like
It's
it?
not much fun. No, I don't care much for it.
Yeah? So you probably wouldn't take it home with you, huh?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take it off your hands right now.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to ask you guys a couple questions. So I'd like to ask you guys what you think of women.
What I think of women, I think
Yeah.
they're okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you like about them?
What do I like about them?
Yeah.
Women are nice people. I get along with women.
Okay.
What's there not to like?
White, black, male, female, doesn't matter.
So you have no preference, basically?
Except in bed.
Me either.
You bet? Yeah, what's your preference there?
Men.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
How do you think that affects how you feel about women?
It might change certain things, but still it's a sexual context, so it doesn't relate to other areas of my life.
Okay. What do you think about men?
Sometimes they're assholes.
Yeah? Is that good or bad?
I have a phrase that I've coined. I don't know if I should share it with you.
Please do.
Oh, go ahead.
It's cable.
All men are pigs.
All men are pigs? I'm inclined to agree with you. What else do you think about men?
I can take them or leave them.
Yeah?
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
What do you like in a man?
Sincerity, sense of humor, honesty.
Yeah, what don't you like?
Dishonest.
Dishonesty.
Yeah? You think men are more dishonest than women?
They tend to be sneakier.
Yeah?
I think they are. Lots of secrets.
Lots of secrets? What do you think? Let's wait for the bus, maybe. Sorry.
The majority of men I know are gay men, and I find the gay men are a lot more dishonest.
So what did the wrench have
Yeah,
to do
what did
with
the
all
wrench
this?
have to
Do
do
we
with
get to ask you a question now? What did that have to do with this?
It's large. It's large and hard. That's about it.
That doesn't
I just
always
kinda like it.
matter.
Yeah, I guess not. I
It
guess
really
not.
doesn't.
Well, you know,
See,
different
because it
people
was
feel-
also cold.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's a
true.
problem.
Well, different people feel differently about it. So we just wanted to find out how people feel about the large wrench.
I mean, that's a good point you made. Large and hard, that's what some people look for. For whatever reason, large and hard.
Yeah. Do you look for that?
No.
No, you don't.
And then there are those who would, like you would have offered either one of us the wrench to just take it home, not knowing anything about it. I know a lot of people who would do such a thing with a
Yeah?
person.
What do you think about them? What makes them do
I
that?
think it's a pig mentality.
Yeah. So you think that people who take large wrenches home with them are pigs?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Well, that depends on what they're going to do with it. Right?
A pig will take anything into its mouth, right? I mean, it's running around in the barn and it doesn't know what it is, and it puts anything in its mouth just because it's there. So.
And you don't like that?
There's a lot of men walking around that way in Boys Town, in this part of the city, that will do anything.
Yeah. Okay. But you're not like
It's
that.
pretty alarming, especially in this age that we're living in. So it's pretty scary.
Hi, everybody! Hi! Hi, I'm back! It's the mole! Hi! How you doing? Hi! I haven't been on for a while, because I was off doing something really important. I was taking my vows, and I couldn't be on TV. Yeah, taking my vows. You see, I've become a priest. Ah! What do you think? Looks good, huh? It's just a joke. Anyway, so, Joe wants me to show my body on TV. And that's really not something I want to do, you know? Because, I mean, we moles are very shy. We're very shy. Why else do you think we burrow around underground where the only thing you can eat is worms? We're shy. Really. But, I mean, if I don't show my body on TV, Joe will fire me. I'm not showing my butt, though. I'm not going to show my butt like Paul did. I thought that was really embarrassing. All that fur. Yuck. Yeah. Anyway, so I am going to show my body, but not my butt. So here goes my buddy. Ta-da! What do you think? It moves too. Here, look. Kick. Ah, ooh, I'll do a little jig for you. Do. So I'm gonna go. Here we go. Look, see? They're walking away. It's a joke. It's really cheesy. Sort of embarrassing. But not as embarrassing as, for instance, showing my butt would be. Yeah. I'm just gonna go home and watch TV now. I don't know what else to do. Or maybe I could take some more vows. I could become a nun or a surgeon. Or...
Beautiful. Taking an awful long
Hi, so what? We're going to get a rare behind-the-scenes look at the creation of the mole in This Week in Joe's basement. Boy, Wayne's World would just kill to have this footage. All right, so here's where Dan Margulies, our technical director, fashions the eyes.
It is no good. It will not work. I must start again.
Too bad it was out of focus, so it will not be funny. So we should do it again, but we won't.
No, we will not.
All right, but of course, the biggest and most important secret behind the making of the mole is the talent behind the mole himself. And of course, Little does our competition suspect how elaborately he prepares for his part. Host report. Notice how the pillow and the black felt are arranged in just such a way so as to stimulate his creative juices. That was his pre-mole coughing ritual.
What the problem is, the way he's sitting, his creative juices are gathering at the base of his throat.
That's right. Oh, that's really, really disgusting. I'm glad we got it on camera. Oh, Paul! God damn. You gonna go to the bathroom now, Paul?
No, just do it like this.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Paul. Go to the bathroom.
The two halves of the brain are connected by the corpus callosum. This allows the two hemispheres to communicate. The emotional, spatially oriented right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain, which is more rational, language-oriented, and best served with just a dash of paprika. Delving further into the brain, we find the cerebellum. Cerebellum controls fine motor coordination, and the hypothalamus, which regulates sex drive and is most often discarded because of a very unpleasant aftertaste. The brain, as we all know, is best served on a bed of rice and garnished liberally with vegetables. Because of the delicate flavor of the brain, recommended spices would include basil, celery salt, oregano, parsley.
Please, 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 please don't eat my brain. Please, 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 please don't eat my brain. I never ever used it, but I love it so. Never really needed it, but even though it's the only brain I've got, and so the answer is no. Please, 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 please don't eat my brain.
Please, 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 please let me eat your brain. Please, 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 please let me eat your brain. I'm really very hungry and I've missed you a bunch. You're gonna love the feeling once I've started to munch. So baby, let me take your cranium out to lunch. Please, 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 please let me eat your brain.
I've got a lot of love for you, plenty to spare. The cuts you'd make atop my head would ruin my hair. The time you ate my liver, dear, you didn't even share. Please, 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 please don't eat my brain.
I listen to you any subject you care to wax on. I never comment on the knowledge that you were lax on. I don't see what's the harm of me just eating an